Hi, this is Lynn from farmerbookshelf.com, and today I want to talk about 3 books set in Oklahoma. These are nonfiction books. Several years ago, I did a challenge where I read a nonfiction book set in every state in the U.S., and it was a great challenge. It taught me all different things about history and different states and people and places and cultures of those states, and so I love promoting books that teach you things, history, about the individual states. So today we are going to talk about Oklahoma. I have lived in Oklahoma for 25 years. I was born and raised in Oregon, but I've lived here a long time. My husband and I lived in Oklahoma City for 4 years, and now we live in Northeast Oklahoma. So I love Oklahoma, love promoting Oklahoma history, and these 3 books are actually books all set in Oklahoma, but you do not have to be necessarily from Oklahoma or interested in Oklahoma history to enjoy them. The first book I want to talk about is The Dust Bowl Girls, and I do not have my copy with me. I could not find it. I may have loaned it out. It's a book I've given as gifts. It is great for if you love history, unusual history, if you love basketball sports. It is about a girls basketball team from Oklahoma who became very successful doing the Dust Bowl. It is an inspirational story about hard work, determination, sacrifice. These girls came from all over Oklahoma. They were country farm girls, and with determination and hard work and a great coach, they became a very successful basketball team, and they were just the area and the state got behind them, and it was really just a great Dust Bowl story that's a little bit unusual, and that is Dust Bowl Girls. And the next one I want to talk about is Boomtown. And as I said, my husband and I lived in Oklahoma City for 4 years. This is about Oklahoma City, but it is about so much more. It incorporates a lot of Oklahoma history in it, and it makes it interesting and fun. I wish every major city or state had a book like this, because it was just really made it fun. I told my kids that if we had this book when we were homeschooling them, I would have used it for Oklahoma history. It deals with the history of Oklahoma Thunder basketball team and how they moved from Seattle to Oklahoma City. That was a little bit of a controversial move, and it deals with the Oklahoma Land Run. There's some about just famous Oklahoma people from Oklahoma. It talks about the Oklahoma City bombing is covered in here. So, but some of those chapters and events obviously are very serious. Others are fun. Like I said, this makes history interesting and fun. This would be a great gift for anyone who is from Oklahoma or who has lived in Oklahoma. The next book I want to talk about, or the last book, is Killers of the Flower Moon. This was very popular when it came out a few years ago. My husband, daughter, and I went and heard the author when he came and spoke in Tulsa. We traveled to Tulsa to listen to him. This is a great book. It's the Murders in the Osage Nation. It deals with the birth of the FBI, true crime, Native American history, Oklahoma history. This is a book really anyone that enjoys true crime, real life thrillers. I don't like a lot of thrillers with a lot of graphic, gory details, but I could not put this one down. This is just a very narrative nonfiction book. You feel like you're reading fiction, but it's not. This is a real story that happened in Oklahoma, and just fascinating history about the Osage Indians and the birth of the FBI. Oklahoma History Incorporated. Cannot recommend this one enough. I believe there's a movie being made about it, and I cannot wait. So if you're interested in books set in Oklahoma, Killers of the Flower Moon, Boomtown, and the Dust Bowl Girls.